Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Pretty sure it's Wednesday. I know it's hard to keep track of the days lately, but I pray you all had a wonderful Easter despite the challenges of physically going to a church to celebrate. Hopefully you tuned in somewhere online. Our family was blessed to watch a few online Easter services as well as participate in St. Croix Christian Zoom service. And we had been spending time daily for the last couple weeks reading the scriptures about Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection. And I was really struck by Jesus' time in the Garden of Gethsemane. And as I studied a little bit about that, Gethsemane was a place where they made olive oil and they would crush olives and press them, and these big stones would smash the olives in order to make the oil. And Gethsemane was also a place, I feel, of crushing for Jesus. If you look in Matthew, and it talks about him literally sweating out blood because he was in such anguish, I was wondering what that was about. And certainly he knew he was going to die, but why was it so hard there? And as I studied a little more, it was because he was crying out to God the Father, who he was always in communication with and could talk to and hear back from and know the will of the one who sent him and hear from him and be encouraged by him and filled from him. When he cried out to God in that garden, God was silent. He didn't answer. He had already begun to turn away because of our sin. And Jesus was crushed by that. And you may feel like this time has been a time of crushing. If I'm honest, some days and some moments, they feel pretty crushing to me. They're filled with disappointment and uncertainty, and even this morning talking about the possibility of canceling our flights for the summer camp our youth group was supposed to go to. It's hard to fathom. Nothing quite as difficult as Jesus, but there's been some crushing moments. And I know for me, one thing that I can do is have these mental escapes that help me get through crushing moments or just ordinary moments, St. Croix life moments. And my kids tease me because I often have a vacation that I'm planning in my head. Even if it's 2 or 3 years off or down the road, the planning is like this little mental escape. And it's this future goal that I'm looking forward to. And even if it's delayed gratification, I know that it's coming and I can persevere because that good thing's coming. Well, this has been a time of a lot of uncertainty, and I am a planner, and I do look forward to things. Sometimes the anticipation of an event is even more fun than the actual event itself. So with camp or vacations or even an all-church movie night or youth group, I look forward to those. And it's been a hard season to know what to look forward to, honestly. And I have wanted some answers from God, like, okay, so when can I start planning some things again? When could we potentially go on a vacation? Or when could we have a drive-in movie night for church? And I don't know the answers. And sometimes when I'm seeking God about these things, there's a lot of silence. And it's been really hard. I was encouraged to see this viral song go out over the weekend, and it's an old Bill Gaither song, and it says, I think it's called He Lives, and the lines are, because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because He lives, I know the future, and life is worth living just because He lives. And God was saying to me, Shelley, you don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to be planning. Practice some of what you're learning in the Celebration of Disciplines book. Be silent. Be in solitude with me. And sometimes in that silence, it's really scary because there's some things that I have to face that God is ready to fix in me if I give him permission or wants me to be done with. And we're used to being a busy society and a fast-paced culture, and something's always going on. And in these moments of COVID-19, there's a lot more opportunity for stillness and silence and for letting God unpack things that we've stuffed. And I've stuffed a lot. And I challenge you, as I challenge myself, to not be the same once this virus is over. To let God tenderly and wisely and lovingly unpack what we've stuffed. Begin to heal the many places we have closed off but desperately need healing. It's okay to not know, and it's okay to not plan, because he knows and he plans our days best. Don't waste the gift of this time. Don't waste the silence. Don't make so much noise and commotion in the silence that you aren't spending time in solitude with Jesus. I am so speaking to myself as well as you. Let's be different once this virus is over. May he have every way that he desires to have in each of our hearts and minds. I miss you dearly, but I am committing today to be the healthiest, whole Shelley that I can be for you guys, for my family, and for me. So enjoy this gift of silence and this gift of isolation, which can feel so scary, but let the Lord tenderly walk you through it. I love you guys. We just wanted to leave you with a little song of encouragement. Music always ministers to our hearts, and we hope it does yours too. This is called The Father's House by Croix Asbury. Go check it out.
Sometimes on this journey, I get lost in my mistakes. What looks to me like weakness is a canvas for your strength. And my story isn't over, my story's just begun. Failure, won't you find me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Failure, won't you find me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house. So check your shame at the door, 'cause then it welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Arrival's not the end game, the journey's where you are. You never wanted perfect, you just wanted my heart. And the story isn't over if the story isn't good. The failure's never